What is going on, guys? Macho Man Matty Savage is here from the SmackTalk team. I'm here with my 3 takeaways from the July 20th edition of Monday Night Raw. You guys know how it works. I basically talk about my top 3 moments, in my opinion, from the episode. I give a little bit of what's whack, and I give the show an overall grade. So if this is the first time you're tuning in, make sure that you like, share, follow, retweet, and subscribe, especially subscribe to our YouTube. So let's get right into it. Number 1 on my list, it's got to be Mustafa Ali. After 7 months, I think it's been, since we last saw him. To me, that was an absolute wasted return. Obviously, he was teased as the hacker, which, what happened to that storyline? Who knows? But now he just comes back in a return to help Cedric and Ricochet in their feud against the Hurt Business. Just seemed flat. It's nice to see him back, of course. I was kind of hoping to see a little some for him to really put his stamp down on his return. You know, whether it was as a baby face or as a heel. I just think this one fell flat. I think he's gonna fall right back into the middle of the card and be pretty much irrelevant again. So I think WWE dropped the ball here. But again, it was the first night, so I'll try to give it a little time. Number 2 on my list, I got to go with the fact that Shayna Baszler is going to retire Kairi Sane. I think we saw enough teasing of that during Kairi Sane's match against Bayley, which she picked up a big win, and people are calling that an upset win. And I mean, yeah, I got to agree with that as well. I mean, Kairi Sane hasn't really hit the top of the card in the women's division. She's extremely talented, as we all know from her time in NXT. She's been teasing that she's going back to Japan and ending her current run in the coming weeks. So, I mean, who better than Shayna Baszler to put her away? It'll really solidify Shayna as a top superstar. She's been teasing that she just wants to fight. She doesn't want to be backstage just watching all these matches. And you know, I mean, I think she's taking out Kairi Sane in the coming weeks, so stay tuned for that. Number 3 on my list, this is an overall thought on the product right now. I think Raw needs to really establish another top babyface. Nothing against Drew McIntyre, I think he's absolutely killing it. But, you know, you got Randy Orton, you got Seth Rollins, really dominating the heel picture, the Hurt Business. But on the babyface side, it's really Drew McIntyre. I mean, who else are we putting up there? Aleister Black? Nope. It's just not working. I mean, he doesn't have... He has the potential, but is he the guy to really be the number 2 babyface? Right now, it don't look that way. The person that should be, in my opinion, Kevin Owens. He's been on a damn good run this year. He's picked up big wins. He's beat Seth Rollins already. He beat Murphy at Extreme Rules. And then he's not even on Monday Night Raw. So Raw's struggling. I know they're trying to build these characters, but you got to build another top babyface. Doesn't mean he's got to face Drew McIntyre for the title, but maybe he could. There's nothing wrong with a babyface versus babyface title feud if it's done the right way. Someone like Kevin Owens, because that's my opinion on who I think it should be. I think a feud with him and Drew McIntyre would absolutely crush it. Take that. What was whack to me on last night's episode, I'm going with Ruby Riott. I know we were just talking about baby faces and heels and character development, but Ruby Riott as a babyface, it's just not working for me. I mean, she kind of aligned herself with Bianca Belair last week, and then this week she just beats Peyton Royce in probably the flattest match of the night. So I'm going with that as my whack part of Monday Night Raw last night. Overall grade for the show, I'm going to give it another B. I mean, we're starting to build to SummerSlam. Could it have been better? Yes. Have they really built anything towards SummerSlam last night? Not really, and that was a little disappointing on my end. But we got at least another month or so before SummerSlam, so hopefully next week they really start to ramp it up. Drew McIntyre versus Dolph Ziggler in a match where Drew picks a stipulation. Makes sense. I was kind of hoping he would really just move forward and to his next feud, but we got to get one more match against Dolph Ziggler out of the way. Obviously, we know Asuka and Sasha Banks will have another match to determine who the real Raw Women's Champion is. Gotta be Asuka, right? But who knows? This is why we watch. Thank you guys again for tuning in to this edition of my 3 Raw takeaways, this time for the July 20th edition of Monday Night Raw. I am the Macho Man Matty Savage. If you haven't already, make sure you like, share, follow, retweet, and subscribe. Especially subscribe to the YouTube. More content coming soon.